Hey guys, Project Zyker here. Today I'm going to be doing the 250 CP Empire. I have a little different setup. I actually have my Google Doc on here to the left. I have this pinned. And then also I have the map open so I can go around and look at all the nodes. So hopefully that'll be helpful. I'll also be taking a look at the housing options you're going to want for each different city and how that will all play out with your total CP. So first on the list is Arihaza, so let's go ahead and jump over there all the way past Valencia. If you're a new player and don't feel like you can safely get out here, don't worry about it. But you're going to use your free worker to grab Ariha Palm Forest. You're going to grab one free worker from Arihaza going there. And also you're going to get a free worker in Valencia, and he will also go to an Arihaza Palm Forest. Alright, so those two nodes are really good for making junk crates or just selling the palm timber for silver. Whatever you want to do. So let's go ahead and start in Kelfion. So Kelfion has a lot of good nodes around it, mostly tree or timber nodes, which are used for making money crates, which a lot of traders do. You can just either process it, which I would highly recommend, and sell it as plywood, or make the crate yourself if you feel like going for Master 2. So we want Northern Wheat Plantation, Berniato Farm, Bree Tree Ruins, Quint Hill, Karuto Cave, Old Dandelion. One other thing I'd also like to mention, this is my in-game character's empire, and he has like 320 CP or something. So you're going to see a lot of nodes that I have that are not on the spreadsheet. So I'm going to try to follow it as closely as possible so there's no confusion there. So you're going to have connecting nodes, abandoned land, isolated sentry post, Dias Farm, and then also we're going to come down to Glutani Cave and get these. And so you need to connect through Fowler's Dirt Farm, Marnie Cave Path, Marnie's Lab. You're also going to go through Marnie Farm Ruins to get Ozzy Pass. I have these nodes connected because I have more workers than Keplin, but you're just going to need the Marnie Farm Ruins to get to Ozzy Pass. So just one more CP. And then we're going to come down to Fonil's Cabin and Bear Riverhead. And that will finish off Kelfion. For lodging, you're going to want Gabino Farm, these Gabino Farm 2, all 4 of these, and then it gets you to the last one, which is a level 5 lodging, which gives you 8 workers. So that's 7 CP for 8 workers. The other workers come from Southgate 1, Southgate 2, Southgate 2, second floor, and this is 5 CP for 8 workers. So your total workers is 12 CP, and you get 17 total workers. I don't use all of them, I believe, but you can still use those for other things, maybe like using them for crates, or maybe there's some other nodes you want to try to get. Moving on, we're going to be heading over to Glish. So Glish is straightforward. It's been the same since 150 CP Empire and 200 CP Empire. You're going to get the 2 Glish right beside it, and then get the Serendia Shrine connecting through Southern Guard Camp. For the housing, it's going to cost you 5 CP. You're going to grab Glish 1 Room 2, Glish 1 Room 3, and that will give you 4 workers for 5 CP. Alright, moving on to Heidel. So Heidel, we get a lot of good nodes. It's one of the good starting areas. We're going to get Costa Farm, all 3 nodes there, and Northern Heidel Quarry, both those, the iron and the copper, Alejandro Farm, the honey and the pumpkin, Moriarty Plantation, the flax and the wheat, Lynch Farm Ruins, and Northern Plains Serendia, both of those, and then also Lynch Ranch. And then this is where it differentiates a little bit from the new, also Castle Ruins, is we're going to be connecting over to Tariff, and we're going to be getting Ancient Fissure for zinc, and Kamisilv Temple for the flax. And you're going to be sending Heidel workers over there. Okay. Keplin. Keplin, still just the 1 worker because the lodging in Keplin is very poor. Let me talk about lodging in Heidel real quick. So lodging in Heidel, 8-1 through 8-4. 8-1 room 4. And that will give you all the workers you need for these nodes. That should give you 16 extra workers for 9 CP. And Keplin, you have the 1 free worker. He's going to go on the coal. So let's go ahead and move north to Ovia. So Ovia, we can get some pretty good nodes around here. Costa Farm, Wolf Hills, then we need 1 CP connecting for Balanos Rivermouth. Coastal Cliff, and then Coastal Cave actually will go to Velia. What we then do is we wrap around to Imp Cave and grab both of those. Forest of Seclusion, both of those, and then Ancient Forest. So you can kind of draw a line down here, and those guys will go to Ovia. And then the other ones, let's look at housing real quick before we do that. You're going to get 6-1, 6-2, 6-3, and that will give you 10 workers for 8 CP, which is pretty good. Sand Grain Bazaar, next on the list. We're just going to get the 1 node in Kaposha, which is copper ore, not the TEF. And that's going to be our 1 free worker. Shikatu again, if you don't think you can sell these resources, I wouldn't worry about coming up here and getting it. So we pay 3 CP lodging for 2 workers. And I believe it's, yeah, Shakatu Camp 1 gives you 1 worker, and this one also gives you 1 worker. So that's how you get 2 workers for 3 CP, and then you can grab all 3 of these nodes at Shakatu Farmland. All right. Tariff. So Tariff has grown a little bit. So like I said earlier, we're going to be connecting over. So you're going to get Ancient Fissure. Those are going to go Heidel. The ones you're going to get in Tariff are Stonetail Wasteland, which is a great node for acacia timber. Shuri Farm, which is good for sweet potatoes. Madaya Shore for copper, and then Omar Lava Cave for coal and zinc. And for the lodging for there, you're going to need to grab Shuri Farm 1, Shuri Farm 2, and that will give you a total of 3 workers. And the last worker we get is from, if I can remember here, Auto Farm. Auto Farm 1 will give you 1 more worker. So that will give you 4 more workers for 4 CP. Alright, so now we're going to jump back down to Trent area. So Trent area, I've updated on all 3, 150, 200, and 250. So instead of connecting it to Caltheon and sending Caltheon workers, we now get rid of this node, the Rudum Sentry Post, and are just going to get Trent all by itself. So it's going to save us that CP connection node. So what we're going to do is we're going to get 3 workers. We're going to get Lumberjack's Rest Area, Treant Forest, and Mancha Forest. We're going to skip Rudum Outstation. We're not going to grab that any longer because the worker lodging just isn't CP efficient. So the lodging in Bear, we're going to get Bear 1 and Bear 2. That'll give us 2 workers for 3 CP. Next on the list, Valencia City, which we talked about, and then we're going to close out with Velia. So Velia's been the same, all 3 empires. You can get really good eggs, potatoes, and corn around there. I guess I have the corn going to Ovia, more efficient, and then there's a few other good nodes, copper and iron. So you get Coastal Cave, Vinto Farm, Bartali Farm, Iwaz Hill, and that will give you your 8 workers. Because very limited on workers, there's only a few nodes that give lodging. It's going to be Velia 1 Room 3, Velia 1 Room 2, and Velia 1 Room 1. You're going to grab all 3 of those, and then the final workers, which some people have asked me about, is actually in Tuscany Farm. It's 6-1 Balano 6-1 Tuscany Farm, and that will give you an extra 2 workers. So you get a total of 8 workers, 1 free one, and 7 for 6 CP. Okay, so totals up to about 240 CP with all your connecting nodes and all your housing nodes, and that will give you an average CP, silver per CP of 172,000, and that's with absolute perfect workers like artisan goblins or artisan humans, depending on the workload. The way I've calculated it is if the workload, let's see, right here. If the workload is over 200, you're going to use a goblin. If the workload is over 150, it uses a human. So if it was between 150 and 200, it would use a human. If the workload was greater than 105, it's going to use a goblin. and everything else below 105 will then be a human. So that's how I have it calculated. Of course, if you always use artisan goblins, they're always going to be the best, as long as you can keep them updated and keep them working. So feeding them beer and checking in your computer all the time. Alright, thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please thumbs up, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.